girl up?
The light was up, the music was playing, it was dark, the bed was rough, and the girl was at the edge, and she was covering her face with face masks.
Is this done?
Yeah.
Completely?
Yes.
Relationship?
Yes.
Friendship? Yeah.
No, I don't need a friendship.
So friendship is
So
done.
it's done. You guys are never going to be friends? Yes.
No, it's come with disrespect. No, I'm done.
For you, it's
Ah!
It's not for both of us. I'm sorry? It's not working for both of us.
Okay, guys. Okay. Listen, tonight's episode of the Big Brother Naija Shine Your Eye reunion show got my feelings scattered all over the place. Yes, guys. I mean, it was just a cluster of emotions going through my system. I was feeling all emotional. Yes, I was kind of sad at both Emmarose and Emmanuel's narration of their relationship going south. Yes, and then there was also the other part of the rest of the housemates' body language, their reaction, guys. It was epic. It was so hilarious, especially White Money. White Money, that was the general overseer of the Emmarose ship in and out of the house, guys. It was so obvious that White Money was disappointed. He was shocked at every single thing that was going on. I mean, the rest of the housemates, it was obvious that already they had chosen their camp, you know, to back up Emmarose. It was so obvious that everybody was literally seeing Emmanuel, as a liar, as a cheat, guys. And that was also the emotion of me being very, very vexed. I was obviously very, very vexed at the two of them because I felt like, listen, this whole thing happened way back in November 2021, I think, and you people were still giving shippers the impression that you were still together because, guys, as far as I'm concerned, up until this year, I think a lot of things were still happening on social media. Yes, shippers were still pushing agenda. Everybody was still thinking that, oh yes, Emmarose, they are still together. Guys, I mean, my emotions were all over the place. So I'm not going to focus on my emotions on this video, all right? So that a lot of you will not come and say that, oh, Glory is being biased or anything. No. I'm just going to go ahead and spill the tea on every single detail that both Emmanuel and Emmarose spilled, you know, their own narrative of what went wrong, what made their relationship capsize. Yes. So just watch to the end of this video, and whatever your own opinions are, just go ahead and share with me in the comment section below. But before I start, let me officially welcome all of you back to my YouTube channel. You are welcome back. My name is Bbnaija. This is Frankly Speaking with Glory, and I am the girl with the tea. If you're new on this channel, if this is your first time seeing my content, watching my video, thank you so much for clicking to watch. But please do not go anywhere without hitting the red subscribe button to become a part of this family. And if you always want to receive alerts of my videos like this, I upload videos daily. Yes, and on this channel, we give the most detailed, factual, accurate analysis of reality TV shows, movies, and trending social topics. All right. So another thing, guys, do not forget, tomorrow is Saturday, and on this channel we always have our FSWG Saturday YouTube live stream. It happens on here every Saturday, 3 p.m. WAT. So do not miss out. There's a truckload of things we need to talk about, we need to analyze. That said, we can now officially get into unpacking all the details of tonight's day 7 of the Big Brother Naija Shine Your Eye reunion show. Let's get into it. So, something quite interesting happened last night, all right? And I would have loved to share it on this video, but I do not want this video to be too lengthy, and I do not want us to derail from the conversation at hand. So I will be spilling the details of that secret during tomorrow's live stream. So make sure you come through tomorrow if you want to find out. But moving on to how tonight's reunion show started. It was a continuation of the conversation of yesterday. Yesterday, towards the end of the show, Emmarose had revealed that she had caught Emmanuel with an unknown lady in his hotel room in Dubai. So today, she continued with that story.
What the situation was
In Dubai?
The girl.
According to him, said she just came that morning. And I'm like, I don't care what happened behind closed doors. But for the fact that he chose to keep her in there and left me outside banging my door for 15 minutes was nonsense. I didn't walk after me.
According to her, she had gone to knock on Emmanuel's room door for 15 minutes or thereabout. So according to what she said later on, they were having conversations on chat. They were actually chatting on what they wanted to eat. And then she had decided to surprise Emmanuel. According to her, they were dating at the time. So she had decided to surprise Emmanuel by going to his room. So on getting there, she had been stuck outside, knocking on his door for about 15 minutes, but Emmanuel was not opening his door. So she had to call him and tell him that it was a case of emergency, that Emmanuel had told her on chat that, oh, can I come to yours later? So she had actually said that, oh, it was a case of emergency before Emmanuel had come to open the door. Now, according to her, when the door opened, the room was dark. The bed was ruffled. Emmanuel was, I don't know, okay, Emmanuel was obviously by her side at the door, and there was a female, you know, on the bed, sitting on the bed, not in any, you know, crazy posture, but she was sitting on the bed and she had a nose mask on.
The light was up, the music was playing, it was dark, the bed was rough, and the girl at the edge, and she was covering her face with face masks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you see any situation that made you think
No, that was then.
On seeing that, she had immediately took to her heels because she was actually very, very upset. Now, to her shock, Emmanuel did not chase after her. I mean, guys, it's quite expected that when a girlfriend sees such a thing with her boyfriend, and when she runs off, you know, in anger, the boyfriend is supposed to chase after her. So according to her, Emmanuel did none of those, and he did not even come after her. And he only called her about twice. I don't know if it was later on that night or much later. So that was simply annoying for her. Like, she was disappointed at what was going on. And then later, Emmanuel had come to her. They had had their heavy argument, altercations, and then Emmanuel had now told her that he does not think he was ready to commit. And so both of them had actually come to the agreement that they should go into an open relationship. Now, from our own definition of an open relationship, he was free to do whatever he wanted, but he should ensure that whatever he was doing, it should be far away from her. It should not be anywhere close to her, so as for her not to be embarrassed. And they were not to inform any of their fellow housemates that they were not exclusive to each other, and they were not to also give any indication whatsoever that they were together. They should just, you know, just exist as whatever they wanted to be, you know, in that open relationship. And according to Emmarose, she was quite shocked that the moment they had both agreed to go into an open relationship, it was as though Emmanuel was let loose out of a cage. That Emmanuel was just basically doing whatever he wanted at any time he wanted. According to her, Emmanuel was basically engineering and pushing the narrative that both of them were still an item, regardless of the fact that she had warned him several times not to feed the minds of their shippers, that they were together.
The general started avoiding to see, because anytime he sees me, he wants to bring up his phone to make snaps. Yeah. And to me, the housemate didn't know we're no more in a relationship. The fans believe we're in a relationship. So if you do any other thing, it's like disrespectful to me. Like,
so when they were together, at any point in time that they met, Emmanuel would take pictures, you know, and all of that, and send to, you know, or rather post to his Instagram page, and shippers would, you know, pick up those pictures, share it, blah, blah, blah. So because of that, she limited the way she, you know, featured him on her Snapchat, on her Instagram, across all of her social media handles, just to, you know, curtail the way he put out information about both of them. She was really disappointed about all of those things that were going on. And then the one that really pained her was that during the Future Awards, she had met Sasuke. Sasuke had told her that she wanted them to have a conversation, and when they finally got to speak, Sasuke had said that, oh, I and Emmanuel, we've gone out for a bit, like we've had lunch or whatever, and Emmanuel mentioned that both of you are no longer together. So according to her, she was really disappointed because they had actually agreed not to inform any of their fellow housemates, because she did not want anybody to come and say, oh, I told you so, I told you so. Now, all the whilst they were speaking, guys, the rest of the housemates, they were just making so many faces. They were shocked, they were surprised, you know, and Emmanuel was now given the floor to share his own side of the story. Now, according to Emmanuel, before even Big Brother Naija, he had been traveling a lot and he had friends in Dubai and wherever. So the particular lady in question that Emmarose had said that she saw was his friend, you know, someone he had known a long time before he even went on the show. So being in Dubai, they had both caught up and they had had conversations, and the girl had come to visit him in his hotel room. So he was very tired because it was about 4 a.m. They had been out all night and he had slept off. And then they talked for a while and then he had slept off. There was music playing. And then before he knew it, there was loud banging on the door. It went on and on, and he was wondering like, okay, who is that? And then before he knew it, his phone was ringing. Liquorose was calling, and he was wondering like, okay, why is she calling? And she had said that she wanted to come in. He had told her, okay, I'm going to come to you later. For him, he did not want Liquorose to come into the room because as a guy, he understood there was going to be an awkward situation for her at that point in time. So he did not want her to have the wrong idea. That was why he told her that he was going to come and see her later. But then when she now mentioned that it was a case of emergency, he had now gone ahead to open the door, and seeing her walk away, he felt like, okay, tempers were flaring, so there was no need for him to chase after her, and he was sorry for using that time, as in much later when they were having their conversations, their arguments, to tell her that he was not ready to be exclusive to her anymore. So he apologized for that. But guys, something quite interesting happened. Whilst Emmanuel was giving his own side of the story, Liquorose cut in and stated that there was actually something that Emmanuel was omitting. That actually Emmanuel was not sleeping, as at the time she was knocking on his door.
I was chatting with him that morning, and the hotel doesn't have like a band, so maybe he has a bell that you ring to hear. So I was chatting with him that morning. I got food, so we're chatting. There's food. What do you want? So I was chatting with him. I'm like, okay, let me even just go surprise him at the door.
That, as a matter of fact, they had both been chatting, right, about what to eat, what not to eat, and she had decided to surprise him in his room. So she had walked up to his door whilst they were still chatting. So it wasn't like Emmanuel was actually sleeping. Guys, at that point in time when Liquorose said that, the rest of the housemates, white money especially, their facial expressions changed, guys. Earrings was not buying anything Emmanuel was saying. Angel was laughing as though she knew something that every other person on that set did not know. White money was literally shocked because, in other words, White Money is sort of like the godfather of that relationship. He was the one that was literally pushing and campaigning for those two people to be together. So guys, everybody was just basically disappointed in Emmanuel. But on the other hand, guys, what I noticed was Emmanuel was not really saying much. People thought that, oh, maybe he was stuttering, maybe he was scared. But I felt like Emmanuel was holding back a lot of details of that information, of that conversation, guys. And I'm sure that, as far as I'm concerned, these two people, Liquorose and Emmanuel, they're not going to tell us every single detail of why they broke up, guys, as far as I'm concerned. But as I said, let me hold my own opinion for now and continue. So Beatrice has seized the opportunity to apologize for the statement she made.
I'm saying that I'm so sorry. It's alright, it's okay.
According to her, the bloggers, the media misconstrued what she meant. She herself had actually seen that there was nothing good that was going to come out of Emmanuel and Liquorose's relationship in the house, because she had seen the sort of person Emmanuel is, that Emmanuel loved Liquorose's personality, but he wished that Liquorose's personality was in someone else's body. That it wasn't an insult, but that was what she had actually observed, coming from the narrative that Liquorose had actually shared with her about her past experiences, in dating and just generally her life's experiences. And so she was having that conversation with Angel. And then she has said that Liquorose was not smart. She was not saying that Liquorose was dumb, generally. She was basically insinuating that Liquorose was not smart because she was not seeing the signs that Emmanuel was not really that into her in the house. And so in tears, guys, she had cried and she had apologized to Liquorose, and she said she was waiting for the reunion to do it on set so that the whole world will witness their reunion one-on-one. And then she had moved on to hug Liquorose, and then they had actually squashed their beef, I hope. And Sasuke as well had also used that opportunity to clear the air about all the ugly narratives that the Emmarose shippers had been spreading on social media, guys.
I really want you to understand, Liko. Till now, till today, till tomorrow, I don't think if I was a problem in both of your relationships. I'm really sorry, but I want you to understand.
For the past 9 months, I think. Yes, because according to those shippers, it was because of Sasuke that Liquorose and Emmanuel were having issues in their relationship. So according to Sasuke, no such thing exists. She and Emmanuel, they were never dating. They were never an item. They are not an item at the moment. And she does not think they will be an item. They are just friends and they are cool like that. According to her, the only reason why she had gone ahead to have that conversation with Liquorose at the Future Awards was because Emmanuel had actually informed her that, oh, this is what's going on. And for her, she felt like it was not right. That the fact that they were keeping it to themselves and not informing their shippers that they were not together anymore, it was kind of engineering some other kind of ugly narratives. And she felt like it would have been right for both of them, you know, to pass out that message on social media, inform their shippers, so that everybody will understand that, okay, oh, this is not about Sasuke, this is about Licorice and Emmanuel. So Ebuka had gone ahead, you know, to seek White Money's own opinion. According to White Money, he was actually really shocked that even after the Dubai episode, he had wanted to invite Licorice and Emmanuel to his house just to chill. He knew that their relationships were rocky, but he did not know that they had actually broken up, as a matter of fact. So he was quite shocked. So Ebuka asked the ultimate question that me, myself, oh, I had been waiting to hear. The question was, what's the situation now? Are they dating? Will they ever date again? Are they friends? Will they ever be friends? Guys, the answers from the two parties were no.
Is this done?
Yeah.
Completely?
Yes.
Relationship?
Yes.
Friendship? Yeah.
No, I don't need a friendship.
So friendship is
So
done.
it's done. You guys are never going to be friends? Yes.
No, it's come with disrespect. No, I'm done.
For you,
Ah!
Sorry? It's not working for both of us.
They are not dating. They are not going to date again. They are not friends. They don't think they will ever be friends. Their relationship is toxic. It is not beneficial to both of them. According to Licorice, their friendship was bringing a lot of disrespect. Now, let me share with you all my own personal opinion. Number one, I feel like there's a lot more to this breakup, imaginary breakup, that we are not seeing or we are not even hearing. I feel like there's a lot that has happened behind the scene that Emmanuel and Licorice are actually protecting. If you look at these people's body language, Emmanuel especially, there are a lot of things I feel like Emmanuel is actually hiding. Yes, I feel like he's actually hiding a lot of things, probably because he respects Licorice. Licorice said a whole lot, but I feel like from Emmanuel's own perspective, Emmanuel chose to be lip-sealed about a lot of details. He was not saying a lot. I'm not trying to take anybody's side here, but guys, I am just saying that these two people, they had a business transactional relationship in Biggie's house. They played their game with that relationship. That relationship saw them through to the finals. It was beneficial to both of them. They succeeded in creating a narrative of a non-existent relationship. Probably along the line, they fell in love, guys. I don't know. Anybody can say that that's what happened, but I do not think so. I did not see such happening. Why? Because the Emmanuel and Licorice I saw in Biggie's house, there was absolutely no chemistry between those two people. Call me a broken record, but I'm going to say what I want to say. I'm going to call a spade a spade. Those two people, they had absolutely no freaking chemistry in Biggie's house. So it was quite amazing for me when they were saying that, oh, they were dating, they were in love. I'm like, now so it did happen like this. Quite unrealistic if you ask me. Yes. And another thing again is the whole Dubai scenario, guys. What exactly happened in Dubai? I understand. Licorice has given the story. Emmanuel has shared a part of his own narrative. But I feel like there's still a lot more to the reason why this story is unfolding now. Number three, why did they agree not to inform their shippers that they were in an open relationship or they were no longer dating? What exactly was the reason, guys? I will answer you. In my frank opinion, I feel like these two people, they benefited so much from the whole shipping agenda and everything. They benefited so much. I mean, it's a huge opening for them, guys. If you ask me, it's a huge opportunity for them. They are getting all the support they need from their fan base and from their shipping fan base as well. Guys, what more can a housemate that just came out of Biggie's house look for? They want the support, and so they got it. And guys, these two people, they really cashed out much from their whole shipping whole thing. Guys, they really cashed out much. In case you don't know, go and do your research. They were gifted a lot of gifts, monetary, whatever, guys, a whole lot. They cashed out much. So in my opinion, I felt like it was just way too shady that they both agreed not to, make that public announcement that they were no longer together. As far as I'm concerned, they were keeping that information to themselves to protect their brands and to also probably see what they can also continuously benefit from the idea or from the narrative of them being a couple. What is my conclusion? I feel like Emmanuel and Licorice, they played a great game, a fantastic game that worked for them. Their strategy worked excellently. I do not believe that, oh, Emmanuel 100% used Licorice. Emmanuel used Licorice to play his game just as much as Licorice used Emmanuel to play our own game as well. And a very, very special scenario is the multiple occasions that we've seen in the house whilst the show was still airing, when both of them in unison and sometimes one after the other will look at the cameras before executing or acting out their PDAs, guys. That for me was all the conviction I needed to know that those two people, they were just fooling with the heads of their shippers. So finally, I feel and I strongly believe that this whole conversation, this whole thing is very, very shady. There's still a lot more that I feel happened that we do not know and we probably will never know. Ladies and gentlemen, call me a hater or whatever, but it is what it is. I'll leave a comment section as usual for you all to go ahead and share with me your own thoughts, yes, about tonight's episode or about the Emmarose ship, all right? And I'll see you guys on another episode of Frankly Speaking with Glory Elijah. Don't forget to join us tomorrow by 3 p.m. WAT. That's Saturday, 3 p.m. WAT for our live conversation. Have an amazing night rest. Bye.